What are the best practices to create a URI for web services? Create, Creating effective and intuitive URIs, which is short for Uniform Resource Identifiers, for web services is crucial for maintaining a clear and navigable or navigable API structure. Well designed URIs make it easier for developers to understand and use your API, and they contribute to the overall robustness and scalability of your web services. So, let's talk about some of the best practices. We talk today about 10 best practices, and in my opinion, it's quite crucial to know all of them. We start by number one, which will be oh, use nouns for resource names. First, in terms of the guideline, like URIs should refers to resources, the entities your API interact with, using nouns, not verbs. This approach aligns with the REST architectural style, where each URI represent a specific resource. For example, we will have something like slash users or slash orders or slash product products. Okay. Number two, keep it readable and intuitive. Your eyes should be easily understandable by humans. This makes them more discoverable and easier to work with during development and debugging. For example, if we want to get a profile or specific users, so we will hit this one. So the users with ID 123, and we will then get the profile of this user. Or if you want to get, it's basically this one is better than users one and get profile info, but like this one is way more better because it's readable and more intuitive. Number three, use consistent case convention. Stick to a consistent case convention for your URIs, like lowercase is generally preferred in this one because URLs are case sensitive. Using lowercase avoids the confusion and potential errors. So, for example, um, if we set user slash new is is way more better than doing everything uppercase, which will be um, user slash new. This is one of the things that we want to talk about. No, no. Number four, use hyphens to improve readability. Separate words in URIs with hyphens rather than underscores or spaces. Hyphens are treated as spaces by search engines, which can aid in SEO, and they do not cause issues with visibility in underlying hyperlinks. So, what are hyphens? For example, if we want to have like a new user, so we say new users, for example, instead of new users, for example. No, no. Number five, and this one is quite big, include versioning. Version your API from the start, which helps in managing changes and maintaining compatibility with older versions. It's common to include the version number as the first part of the path. For example, we will have like V1 users and V2 users, etc. Number six, avoid query parameters for resource identification. Complete your URIs with appropriate HTTP. Use query parameters primarily for filtering, sorting, or detailed querying, but not for identifying resources. Resource identifier should be part of the URI path. For example, we should use users slash 123. Okay, and instead of users ID equals 123, for example. Okay, we here use query parameters like role, for example, admin to filter by role. This is a different story. Number seven, we should limit the URI depth. What is necessary to reflect the hierarchy in your eyes? Overly nested structures can be confusing. And this one aim to limit the depth. We should aim to limit the depth of resource nesting. So, for example, we have um, we uh, we only could do like two resource nesting. For example, users slash 123 slash posts slash this one. So basically here I'm going to the user and I'm getting the user with the ID 123, and I'm going to the post that related to this user, and I'm getting the post of the ID 1234. This one is acceptable, but deeper nesting should be recognized or simplified. We like deeper nesting than that. I guess I do not recommend it. Number eight, and which I guess it's a quite obvious, use a proper HTTP methods. Here you complement your URIs with appropriate HTTP methods to perform actions on the resources. We have get, post, put, delete, and others should be used accordingly to the action being performed rather than being specified in the URLs. For example, we would use the get for retrieving users or retrieving a resource. We have post for creating a resource. Number nine, which is pluralize resource names. Pluralize resource names to indicate that they can represent collection of entities as well as individual items. For examples, we use users like slash users. This one can refer to the location of all users, and we have users, for example, slash 123. This one refers to a specific user with ID 123. Number 10, which is last, document URLs or URIs clearly. Comprehensive documentation is crucial. Ensure that all URIs are well documented with examples of their usage, supported methods, and parameter details. By following these practices, you can design URIs that are not only developer friendly but also scalable and aligned with common web standards, contributing to more effective and intuitive API. So that's it for this video, and see you in future.